Hello everyone, I am Vishal Rajput, and in this video we are going to learn about how to traverse a graph. So basically there are two ways to traverse a graph. First is our depth first traversal and second is our breadth first traversal. So in this video we will focus on depth first traversal. So what is depth first traversal? As the name suggests, depth first. So we will go along the depth of first branch and then we will go to the second branch. For an example, let's take this graph. So this is our graph, and if we want to find what will be our DFS, if we start from 1. So let's say I start from this 1, so I can go to 2 or 3. So let's say if I start from 1, I will go to 2. Then I will not go to 3. I will go to along this branch until its depth. So from 2, I will go to 4. From 4, I will go to 5. And now from 5, there is no outgoing edge. So I will come back. Now from 4, there is no other edge. So I will again come back. From 2, there is no coming in outgoing edge. I will again go. From 1, I will go to 3. And from this 3, I can go to 5, but it is already visited. So in DFS, all the nodes should be visited once. So how to solve this problem? So as you have already understand that if I find that it is already visited, so I will come back. So this is a type of backtracking. So now what we have to do? How to solve a backtracking problem? Yes, you are right. Using recursion. So we will use recursion, and second thing, we have to check that is it visited or not. So for that we need to use a map, or we can use an visited array, because for now this is an indexes, but if it is a string, in that case, let's say if it is a city name, in that case we can use another map. So for now we are going to use visited array to check is it already visited or not, and recursion to find out the DFS. So now let's write the code for the same. So this is a C++ template of creating an adjacency list. Here first of all we are finding how many number of vertices we have, how many number of edges we have, and finding what are those edges, and if there are edges from U to V, then we are building the graph using adjacency list. Now after building the graph, what we have to do is we have to find the DFS. So how to find the DFS? So the first thing we need an another map. So for each I can take a vector visited. And what will the size of that vector? The size of the vector will be equals to vertices, but right now the vertices is starting from 1 to n, so I will take vertices plus 1. Now after this, what we have to do is I have to initialize all the visited with false, or I can initialize with 0. So let me just take it bool and initialize it with false. Now we have to traverse from 1 to n and find if this node is already visited or not. If it is visited, then we will ignore it, otherwise we will traverse it. Now we have to create our DFS function. So here what we are gonna do is, if that node is not visited, so first of all we will print that node. And now after printing that node, we will mark that node as visited. Now after marking this node as visited, we will do a DFS on its children. So yeah, this is a small code which help us to find the DFS of the node. So let's just try on a different test cases and find out is it working or not. So let's run this code. So the number of vertices we have is 5 and the number of edges we have is also 5. So the first edges we have from 1 to 2, then from 1 to 3, and then we have a 2 to 4, and then we have a 2 to 5. Okay, and the last node we have is 3 to 5. So these are the 5 edges we have, and let's find the DFS. So if you see, the DFS is 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. So let's find out. So you can confirm that the DFS is 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. So there is an extra 0 which we can remove it from here by putting here 1. So now if I again compile run this code, then it will be working fine. I hope now you are able to understand how to traverse a graph, how to do a depth first traversal. So if you like this video, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I will see you in the next video.